I've done these for you, Ryota. I've got the numbers up already for these resources, so please take care of the rest for me. You can do that, right?
Shizuku Sasaki, my colleague, said coldly and violently put the documents on my desk. We started working at this company together on the same year. She was very beautiful and had a great figure. People even turned around to see her when they walked past her. She was very good at her job too, so she always supported me at work. I have to thank her for doing all the work before me. She was the reason why I could just relax and do my work. I was able to go home on time every day. It's all because of Shizuku-sama's hard work. Everything is going so smoothly and I don't have to work too hard. I was worshipping Shizuku in my mind and started working on the resources that Shizuku had handed over to me.
Ryota is being spoiled by Shizuku-san again.
Jealous of him for having such a talented colleague. I heard that his sales performance is great too because of her. My other colleagues were whispering about me behind my back while I was working, but I was used to it, so I didn't think much about them. That night, another relaxing night. I ate dinner in town after finishing my work on time. I was walking down a busy street. That moment, I saw Shizuku getting off a taxi in the main street. Huh? Was she still working? Our office was located on the main street. Shizuku noticed me and our eyes met while I was thinking about what she was up to. You were still working?
What are you doing around here?
Well, I was eating dinner at that restaurant there.
Oh, I'm jealous of you for having so little work to do. I guess you can enjoy your night because of that, but I prefer to be busy than being bored without having anything to do.
Shizuku said and left out a big sigh. Then she walked away to the office. She seemed tired. I was starting to feel a little guilty about everything after I saw Shizuku's tired face. Maybe I should work a little harder from tomorrow. The next day, I was working promptly since the morning because I felt sorry for Shizuku. Shizuku is out right now. I should finish this document for her. I worked on a few documents that were piling up on Shizuku's desk and quickly completed all the tasks. Now I have to go out and visit my clients. I took my neatly made presentation and went to see my clients. I was able to close a deal with them using my presentation skills that I had strengthened during my university years. Well, I think I can go home on time today as well. I was a little busy today though. I went back to the office and I was satisfied to see that I still have some time left until finishing work. It was that moment when I saw Shizuku walking unsteadily into the lobby. Yo, why is she walking like that? Hey Shizuku?
Ryota?
Shizuku! Shizuku collapsed as soon as I called her name. I was able to embrace her before she hit the ground. Hey Shizuku, should I call an ambulance? I was in panic, but Shizuku slowly opened her eyes. Shizuku, you okay?
Yeah, but I feel dizzy.
Maybe you're sick, let's go to the hospital.
Hey, Ryota?
I picked Shizuku up and went outside to get a taxi. Just like that, I took her directly to the hospital. According to the doctor, apparently she was exhausted and she needed to rest. You were really busy these days, I'm not surprised. I made Shizuku sit on the bench in the courtyard of the hospital to make her rest for a little. You should rest more, I think this was your sign.
I want to, but I took days off. Your performance score is gonna go down, and standing of the sales department's gonna go down too. I can't just rest.
Okay, if that's your concern, I'll do my best while you're recovering. Now take a break and rest, okay?
You're gonna do your best?
Yeah, just leave the sales department to me while you're away.
I don't know if I can trust you with that, but since you're motivated to do it, I guess I'll take my break.
Yeah. I smiled and Shizuku quietly smiled too. The next day.
What? Shizuku-san is taking a break?
Shit, this is bad. Our performance is gonna go down this month. I was working vigorously since the morning despite the anxious colleagues. Now this one is done, I have to make a presentation for this next. And then I'll go out to see the clients. I typed on my keyboard and made my presentation in no time. I took the presentation to my boss and went straight out to see the clients. That evening, I can't avoid working overtime. I have to do Shizuku's work too, so it's inevitable, I guess. But it shouldn't take too long. I felt a smile on my face as I thought. I sped up and kept on working on the documents. That night, I was visiting Shizuku with some meals.
Ryota.
Oh. I did call her to say that I was visiting, but Shizuku was wearing a very thin dress. I was scared to see her lingeries through it. It didn't have any sleeves and it was also a mini length, so her skin was exposed too. She should be more careful even if it's her room wear. I was panicking secretly, but Shizuku was smiling at me.
I didn't think you'd really come.
I thought you wouldn't be able to make dinner because you were too tired. Also, I have to report on what I did today so you wouldn't be too confused when you come back to work.
That's true. Come on in.
Thanks. She invited me into her living room, so I reported her about what I did today at work. Shizuku had poured me a coffee. So that's about it. Today's work is all done.
So you did everything by yourself?
Yeah.
Right, that's amazing.
Shizuku said so, but she was smiling. I knew she didn't believe that I did all the work by myself. But I enjoyed spending time with Shizuku. It became a daily thing for me to visit Shizuku after work. And finally, Shizuku was able to start working again.
Boss, I'm sorry for taking so long. I'll be working as hard as I can again starting from today.
Oh good, but you don't have to work too hard like you used to.
Huh? You mean you don't need me anymore?
No, it's just that Ryota has finally been making a serious effort. You don't have to work so hard by yourself anymore. I was in the same room because I wanted to hand some documents in to the boss. I was feeling a little awkward when the boss smiled at me. Shizuku was standing next to him while questioning me with her eyes.
So you're saying that the sales department's gonna be fine just because Ryota has been putting some efforts in?
Yeah, you may not know because you were overly protective of him, but he's actually a very skillful guy who's very good at his job.
I can't believe it.
I don't blame you, but he did actually close 3 deals while you were away, the ones that you were struggling with.
What? He closed the deal on those 3? They were tough clients who never said yes.
He did.
He wouldn't be able to do that.
Oh, I forgot that you didn't know. Ryota studied economics at a foreign university. He's really smart and he graduated at the top of the list. His weakness was the fact he lacked in motivation even though he was better than anyone. I'm glad he decided to work harder when you were going through a tough time, the boss said and laughed loudly. Shizuku seemed to have believed him and she was staring at me with her big eyes. Few days later. Geez, she's staring at me again. She's always looking at me since the day she came back to work. Is she monitoring me? What for? All the questions popped up in my head and disappeared. I don't really want to ask her because it might just be in my mind. If it was, it's gonna be embarrassing, I thought, and ignored Shizuku, who was still looking at me to do today's work. That night, I worked hard today again.
Ryota, come with me.
Whoa! Shizuku, who had been waiting for me in the lobby, grabbed my arm. She didn't let me go until she dragged me into her house. Wait, is she angry? I was starting to be scared of Shizuku, who was silent all the way. As soon as I got inside the house, she pushed me further and I was pushed against the wall.
Why did you try hide it?
What are you talking about, ma'am? Shizuku was staring at me. I was talking in the politest way possible because I was afraid of her.
Why did you hide the fact that you were good at your job?
Well, I thought everyone was gonna make me do the work if they knew that I was good at my job.
So that's why you've been lazy until now? I've been observing you for a few days and now I know it. You're better than me. Why didn't I realize that?
Shizuku put her hand on my shoulders as her head dropped. Hey, I was able to do my work only because you supported me, Shizuku. But I'm sorry that I relied on you too much up until now.
You're so cunning.
Huh? Why are you blushed?
Shut up. Now come over here. I didn't invite you to interrogate you about this.
Huh? Then why did you invite me?
I wanted to thank you for working so hard while I was gone. Sit here and just wait.
I sat down and quietly waited as she said. Shizuku then brought me some amazing meals. She had brought a wine for this too.
Ryota, thank you for covering me while I was away.
Shizuku said, and we toasted to each other. Then we enjoyed our meals. Shizuku kept on drinking wine and she was completely drunk after 2 hours. You should stop drinking now.
No, I don't wanna. I'm with you, Ryota. I wanna enjoy this moment more.
She's so childish and cute. Since Shizuku was always acting like a professional businesswoman, I was surprised to see her acting so innocent like this. I felt my heart skip a beat.
Ryota, you're truly amazing. The person who knows the most often says the least, I guess. You're also so cool for working so hard for a colleague too. I fell in love with you, Ryota. I love you.
Whoa! Shizuku suddenly decided to hug me. She was starting to unbutton her shirt as well, so her cleavage was about to be exposed. Also, her thighs were already exposed. This is bad. My heart was pounding too fast.
Ryota, I love ya.
Hey, whoa! Shizuku kept on leaning on me and I couldn't hold myself upright any longer. I fell and Shizuku fell on top of me. Our faces were so close to each other's and my face was burning. Shizuku was smiling at me.
You smell nice when I'm close to you. I love everything about you, Ryota. Hey, it's the weekend. Let's sleep together.
Shizuku said and put her soft lips on mine. That moment, I felt my brain completely short out.